Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perfect French with Dylan. Today's lesson is an overdue one. I should have made one a long time ago and I'm not too sure why I didn't, but I am here to fix it today. Sometimes other lessons come in the way and there's only so many days in the year. So what is today's lesson? Today's lesson is about adjective and how their meaning change depending on where they are placed in the sentence. So if they come before or after the noun. But don't worry, when I say adjectives, I don't mean all adjectives. Actually, we have 29 of them. There are a little bit more, but they're not really used, so I did not include them today. If I never used one or never encountered it in French, I don't think it's useful to teach it. I think there's enough French that we use and need to include things we don't use. So 29 it is. I think I didn't include maybe 4 of them. 4, something like that. So not too bad, really. As usual, I made you a free PDF to keep and review. If you are subscribed to my newsletter, it's already in your inbox. If not, you can just click on the link in the description box and in the comment and go download it. It's free. It's just great to review. So first, let's review quickly the little rules about adjectives. Where are they placed in the sentence? We have 3 different rules related to French adjective. The most common one, the first rule, the most common place, I would say, for the adjective is going to be after the noun in French. Une voiture blanche. Une voiture blanche. A white car. So while in English it's before, for us it's going to be after. 99% of the time it's going to be after. But we have a very specific short list of adjectives that's going to be before the noun, such as nouveau, nouvelle, new. Une nouvelle voiture. Une nouvelle voiture. This one is going to be before the noun. I'm not going to give them to you today because I made a lesson on that already, but I will have everything linked in the description box for you. PDF, lesson, everything. And the third rule is what we are going to see today. So the adjective that can be placed before and after the noun, but depending on where they are, the meaning changes. We have a general rule about the change of meaning. When the adjective goes before the noun, in the 29 we are going to see today, in those. When it goes before the noun, it's often a subjective, a figurative meaning. When it's after the noun, it's more a literal or descriptive meaning. So before it's more figurative, after the noun it's more literal. You will see. It's the general rule, but it works for most of them. Which most of them is pretty great in French. But remember, there's nothing you can't understand. If you don't get it today, you will get it tomorrow. That's just the way it is. And we are starting with ancien, ancienne. I didn't put them by the most common one, they are by alphabetical order. It just bothers me when it's not, so alphabetical order it is. So we start with ancien, ancienne. When it's before the noun, it's going to be former, former. Mon ancien professeur. Mon ancien professeur. My former teacher. Mon ancien professeur. I'm keeping it short today with only article, adjective, and a noun. If I have to give sentences for all of them, that would be a lot. So I'm just doing before noun, after noun, and a little example, okay? So, mon ancien professeur, my former teacher. But un monument ancien, in this case, it's an old monument, old. Okay, so ancien, ancienne. This one is interesting. Certain, certaine. Certain, certaine. Before the noun, certain means certain, so more as particular. Une certaine idée, a certain idea, a particular idea. While un résultat certain is a sure result, a certain result, but it's sure. So remember, literal and figurative. Figurative for before, for the first one, literal for the second one. Okay? You know this one, I know you know this one. Cher, cher. Before the noun is going to be dear. Ma chère amie. Ma chère amie, my dear friend. But after the noun, it's expensive. So, we have un hôtel cher. Un hôtel cher. You cannot say un cher hôtel because it's a dear hotel. It does not make sense. So here, after the noun, it's literal, and before the noun is more subjective. Okay? So my dear friend, ma chère amie, un hôtel cher. Chic, 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 chic. So before the noun, it's nice. Un chic type. It's a nice guy. Un chic type. But after the noun, it's stylish. Une robe chic. Une robe chic. A stylish dress. Curieux, curieuse. Try to guess before I give you the meaning, you know. So this one is curieux, curieuse. Curieux, curieuse. Before, it's going to mean strange, odd. Une curieuse histoire. Une curieuse histoire, a strange story. Une curieuse histoire. But after is curious, inquisitive. So, un enfant curieux. Un enfant curieux. A curious child. Dernier, dernière. This one I might make a lesson about it. I don't know, I feel like it comes back so often, you know? But before the noun, it's final, it is last. La dernière chance. The final chance, the last chance, okay? It's the last one, last one. While after the noun, it's going to be the last, the previous. In terms of timing, dates, so l'année dernière, it's the last one, last year, but it's not the last one. It's last year, simply. Différent, différente. Différent, différente. Before the noun, various, several. So, de différentes idées. De différentes idées. While after the noun, it's just different. Different as not the same. Okay, different. Des idées différentes. Different ideas. Des idées différentes. So here, once again, you can really see the literal at the bottom and the more subjective at the top. This one is a good one. Drôle, because it has a preposition, and you know me and prepositions. Drôle, but it can be followed by the. So before a noun, it's going to mean strange or odd, but it will be followed by the preposition de. Une drôle de femme. Une drôle de femme. A strange woman. She's not funny. That's not the funny one. She's just very strange. Une drôle de femme. But if you want to say funny, you can say un film drôle. Un film drôle. A funny movie. That's it. Just don't forget the de when you put it before. This one is important. That's the only one that has this particularity. Faible. Faible, faible, faible. This one before the noun mean a slight, minor, low. So, une faible chance, a slight chance. Does not look too good. Une faible chance. But after the noun, it's weak, not strong. So, des résultats faibles. Something that we can see, that we can constate. Des résultats faibles. Weak results. Fameux, fameuse. And this does not mean famous. No, no, no. Before the noun, it's going to be remarkable, notable, great. Un fameux repas. Un fameux repas. A great meal. Okay? Un fameux repas. But after the noun, it's going to be a well-known restaurant. Un restaurant fameux. A well-known restaurant. But not really famous. Okay? Translation does not really work in this case. Okay? Famous is technically célèbre. Grand, grande, this one is a common one. Well, not very common, but that's the one we see the most. You will see the most in books. So, grand, grande, only with homme, will mean great. Un grand homme. Why only homme? I don't know. History. Un grand homme. A great man. Un grand homme. I never heard it for femme. So, un grand homme. But if you say un homme grand, then it's the literal translation, the literal meaning, and it's basically a tall man. So, un grand homme, a great man. Un homme grand, a tall man. Then we have honnête, honnête, which is decent, respectable. So, un honnête citoyen, a decent citizen. Un honnête citoyen. But after the noun, it's honest, sincere. Une réponse honnête. Une réponse honnête. So here, literal meaning. I'm not gonna say it again in English because I think I'm saying it wrong today. Jeune. Jeune, jeune, jeune. Before the noun, it means young, but more like un jeune homme, a young man. Un jeune homme. But after the noun, it's really served to emphasize that that person is young. Une femme jeune. Jeune. Okay, une femme jeune. We can say une jeune femme to say that she's a young woman, but if we really want to emphasize the fact that she's young, we are going to have it after. So here, as you can see, the literal meaning is above. It's, yeah. This one is an exception. It's not, honestly, it's not that. This one is not that common. I've seen it, I've used it, so I included it. It's not as common. Maigre, maigre, maigre. We have, before the noun, small, poor. So, un maigre repas. A small meal, a poor meal. While maigre after means thin, skinny. Un chat maigre. A thin cat, a skinny cat. This one is interesting. Même, même. Before the noun, it means same. Le même jour, the same day. Le même jour, the same day. While after the noun, it's going to be very exact. So, le jour même, that very day, this exact day. If you require something to happen today, or that the day you want it, exactly that day, you're going to use le jour même. Le jour même. That day, that exact day, that very day. This is very, very strong wording. Modeste, I like this one. Modeste. Modeste, before the noun, is going to mean simple, humble. So, une modeste maison. A simple house, a modest house. A humble house. Une modeste maison. But if we say un homme modeste, then it's really a modest man. It's more in the reality of things, not the figurative point of view of is my house a big house or not. You get the idea. Nouveau, nouvelle. This one I included it even though it's probably not the most common one, but it is such a common adjective that I really wanted to have it on the list. So, nouveau, nouvelle. Before the noun, it simply means new. That's one of those adjectives that are before the noun. So, nouveau, nouvelle, un nouveau livre, a new book. In some literature, you can find it after the noun, meaning as brand new, but it's less common. So, it's just good to know if you see it. It's not as common. So, un livre nouveau, it's basically a newly published book. That's it. But like I said, not as common. Then we have pauvre, pauvre. So before the noun, we have poor as unfortunate, unfortunate. Le pauvre homme, the poor man, as, oh, I pity him, you know, what happened to him is awful, the pauvre homme. But after the noun is poor without money, the literal translation. Un homme pauvre, a man without money, a poor man without money. Prochain, prochaine, next. And this one is the same as dernier, dernière, if you remember. So before the noun, it's going to be next as the following one. So, la prochaine fois, next time. Next time can be next time. Not the, not right there, but one day there will be another one. While after the noun, it's going to be next as the upcoming one, more like in date, in time. So, le mois prochain, next month. Le mois prochain. This one comes back also a lot in books. We have propre. Propre before the noun means own. So, ma propre voiture. My own car. Ma propre voiture. But if I want to say that it's clean, well, it's just after. Une voiture propre. Une voiture propre. A clean car. Easy. Pur before the noun mean simple, sheer. So, un pur hasard, sheer luck. But after the noun, it's going to mean pure, clean, fresh. De l'eau pure, pure water. De l'eau pure. Sacré, and it's not the same as the one in Tintin, if you know what I mean. Sacré, before the noun is going to mean awesome, great, but more in the familiar sense. So, un sacré livre, a great book, un sacré livre. But after the nouns, it means holy. So, un lieu sacré, a sacred place, a holy place. Okay, we have a few more. We have sale. Before the noun, it means nasty, mean. So un sale type, a mean guy, not a great person. After the noun, it simply means dirty, literal translation, literal meaning, So des mains sales, dirty hands. Des mains sales. Seul and seul mean only. Before the noun, la seule solution. So, the only solution, the only one that's possible. While after the noun, it means alone. Une personne seule. A person alone. Okay? Une personne seule. Simple. Before the noun, it means just mere. So, une simple question, just a question. Une simple question. C'est une simple question, it's just a question. While after the noun, it means simple, uncomplicated. So, une question simple, a simple question. Does it make sense? So usually the English translation is always closer to the second one, the literal one, more than the figurative one. Triste will mean sad, awful, as a figurative way. So, une triste histoire. A sad story, it's a figurative way. While after the noun, it really means sad as unhappy. Une personne triste, a sad person. Une personne triste, a sad person. Véritable, I promise we're almost done. Véritable, before the noun, it means real, genuine, true. More as an intensifier of the meaning. So, un véritable miracle, a real miracle. But obviously it's not a real miracle. You know what I mean? It's a way, way to speak. But see after the noun. After the noun, we have true, authentic, factual. Une histoire véritable, a true story. We have two more. Vilain, vilaine. Before the noun, vilain means naughty, bad, awful. More in a moral way. So, un vilain mensonge, a bad lie. Un vilain mensonge. While after the noun, it simply means ugly. Un dessin vilain. An ugly drawing. And the last one, very close to véritable that we just saw, we have vrai. So before the noun, it means real, actual, genuine. Un vrai problème. A real problem. Un vrai problème. while after the noun it means true, factual. So, une histoire vraie, like we saw une histoire véritable, une histoire vraie is a true story as well. I know it was a little bit long, I just really wanted to include all the one we use and not just give you 10. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If there's anything you don't understand, if you think maybe your translation was a bit off, you don't understand the meaning, or you want to talk about it, please let me know in the comments. I always try my best to help there. And don't forget your PDF, because for this one, it's always great to be able to go back to the list, really. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I will see you not next Wednesday, but the week after that. So, à bientôt.